For nearly 30 years, businesses have built websites for one audience and one audience only: people. The playbook was simple, right? You get someone to your site, you answer their questions, and hopefully earn their business. But behind the scenes, artificial intelligence is quietly rewriting that entire playbook. Look, your website still matters to human beings, but today it also matters to AI. And if your business isn't preparing for that shift, you're missing out on what might be the biggest marketing opportunity of the next decade. Today, we're diving into why websites are transitioning from digital brochures into active knowledge bases, why creating genuinely helpful content is actually becoming more important, not less, and how companies AI recommends tomorrow are building that foundation today.
The dealer download powered by RS&I.
When ChatGPT first exploded onto the scene, a lot of marketers had a minor panic attack. They all asked the same thing: if AI can just give people the answers, why would anyone ever visit my website again? Honestly, it was a fair question. For years, the internet worked in a very specific flow. Someone searched Google, Google sent them to your website, they found the answer, done. And if everything went right, maybe stick around and make a purchase. But AI flipped the script. Instead of digging through 10 different websites, people are just asking one question and getting one clean, summarized answer. Everyone at first glance thought that sounded like terrible news for their web traffic. But as the technology evolved, something interesting happened. Businesses began discovering that the opposite might actually be true. Your website isn't becoming obsolete, it's becoming more important than ever, just for a completely different reason, a different audience. I'm Michael Shiverdecker, and this is the Dealer Download powered by RS&I. Think about how traditional search engines work. Google has basically been a really fast librarian. You ask a question and Google points you to a stack of books that might have the answer, but you still have to open them up and do the reading yourself. AI doesn't do that. Instead of handing you 10 books, it can analyze information from many different sources, identify patterns, and present a summarized answer. That means everything is changing for business owners, because suddenly your website isn't just speaking to human customers anymore. It's becoming one of the sources AI systems can use to better understand who you are and what you offer. The clearer and more helpful your website is, the easier it becomes for both people and increasingly AI to understand your business. If done right, your website can be used to teach AI all about who you are and what you can offer. So, how do you do that? How do you teach AI? Let's talk about a word that sounds to me like a weird drink: schema. If you've heard that word before and immediately tuned out, stay with me. I promise you this is way simpler than it sounds. Imagine walking into a massive library where every single book has been thrown into one giant pile on the floor. No shelves, no labels, no order. Finding anything there would be a nightmare. Schema is just the labeling system for your website. It's the invisible code that tells the computer, hey, this text right here is our physical address. This is a product page. This is a fact. This is a customer review. This is the author. The real awesome part about it is Schema doesn't change a single word of what your customers see on the screen. It just changes how computers read and process those words. And as AI handles more of our daily searches, helping computers easily understand your business is about the most valuable thing you can do. And writing the schema is easy too, because you don't actually have to do it. There are a number of sites that can do that service for you, and that includes your favorite AI systems. One of the biggest misconceptions right now is that because of AI, businesses can stop writing articles or updating their sites. I think that's completely backwards. Helpful, original content is actually a goldmine for these AI systems. Think about the questions your customers ask you every single day. Things like, what's the actual difference between fiber and cable? Do I really need a mesh Wi-Fi system? Or how about this one? How does smart home security integrate with what I already have? Or even, how do I become an authorized dealer? Every single one of those questions is a massive opportunity, not just to help a local customer, but to literally teach AI what your business knows, what you offer. That's exactly why every episode of this podcast eventually gets turned into a blog article on our website. We aren't just creating content for the sake of it, we're building a knowledge base. Every article trains customers and AI systems on what RS&I brings to the table. For a long time, marketers have been obsessed with vanity metrics. Clicks, page views, and impressions. We lived and died by those numbers. And sure, traffic still matters, but we are moving into a brand new era. Instead of constantly asking, how do I trick the algorithm to get more traffic, businesses need to start asking, how do I become the most trusted, definitive source of information in my industry? Because AI doesn't care who shouts the loudest. It looks for whoever is the most helpful, consistent, and authoritative. It's a totally different strategy, and if we're going to be honest, it's a much healthier one for your business. That is the one thing people are craving, something they can trust and rely on, because in today's modern world, that has been in short supply. Look, your customers don't expect you to know everything about everything, but they do expect you to be the expert in your specific niche. Every helpful article you post, every quick fact you answer, every video or podcast that you put out there, it all acts as a beacon, telling the internet that you know your stuff. So, stop looking at your website as a static online brochure. Start treating it like your company's digital brain. The more real knowledge you feed it, the smarter it gets. And over time, that knowledge won't just guide local buyers. It'll show AI exactly why your business is the one it should be recommending. All right, let's ground this in reality. Here's your authorized dealer action plan to get your website ready for the AI era. Step 1, write down the top 5 questions your customers ask you the most. If you're hearing them every week in person, people are absolutely searching for them online. Step 2, take just one of those questions and answer it. Write a quick blog post, film a 60-second video, or put it in a facts section on your website. Don't worry about sounding fancy, just be clear and helpful. Step 3, if you've never heard of Schema before today, shoot a quick email to your web developer. Ask them, are we using structured data and schema on our site? It's one of the easiest, quickest tech upgrades that you can make. Finally, shift your mindset. Stop thinking of your website as a digital flyer and start building your company's local knowledge base. The internet isn't going away. Search engines aren't dying and websites aren't disappearing. They're just evolving. The websites that are going to stick around won't just be places people click on. They'll be the trusted sources that both humans and AI rely on to get the facts. And the companies that AI recommends tomorrow are the ones building that credibility today. One answered question, one helpful article at a time. I'm your host, Michael Shiverdecker, and this has been the Dealer Download powered by RS&I. If you got some value out of today's episode, do us a huge favor. Hit that subscribe button and leave a review. Share it with another business owner that you know who's looking to stay ahead of the curve and grow their business. Also, if you want more insights yourself on how to grow your business with heavy hitters like AT&T Wireless, AT&T Fiber, or our expanding portfolio of other fiber options, TV, and smart home services, be sure to head on over to our website, rsiinc.com. That's rsiinc.com. Thanks for hanging out with us, and we'll catch you on the next episode. See ya.
The dealer download powered by RS&I.